I should just say I am President of ITS UK, but was Transport Minister in the 1990s, when we used to have a red flag working in front of a car just to keep the speed down. And I just wanted to say two things. One, I think today's been fantastic here. The ITS element of Interchange has been terrific. I think all the panels, including that last panel, have been just marvellous examples of not just international cooperation, but the genuine sense of wanting to exchange ideas, to open data, hugely significant, in a way that benefits the whole of humanity, wherever you are, whether you're in New Zealand or whether you're in UK or whether you're in Iceland or Estonia. And I think that's a wonderful thing. My journey started with this when I left government in the late 90s and had recognized even in those days that technology was going to be the future in transport management, if you like. And it was absolute in its infancy when a very, very well-known specialist in this area founded ITS UK along with colleagues as part of this idea of a global network of countries all facing exactly the same challenges. I know that in 2005, a great Labour Secretary of State for Transport, Alistair Darling, who went on to be Chancellor of the Exchequer in that government, issued a white paper on transport, which, if I were to summarise it in a sentence, said, the future is technology. Technology is going to dominate every single mode of transport. It's going to be front and centre in solving the problems of transport, whether that's road deaths, because casualty reduction is still a hugely significant element of what we do and what we should continue to do, but also improving people's ability to access jobs, because in too many parts of the world there are people without jobs and jobs without people, and part of transportation's great joy is to try to make those journeys easier for people to enhance their own lives. And then when you think of where we are now, in 2025, 20 years later, we're at a time when, the challenge is one that we weren't even thinking about 20 years ago. Climate change. Dare I say, the prospect of a fighting war in Europe, which is terrifying enough. But just climate change, the massive challenges that derive from that and which have changed our focus so completely. And then, in a sense, even more interesting, the development of techniques like artificial intelligence, AI, that now gives us another tool with which we can optimize the kind of facilities that we need to try and solve the problem of making the world a better place for people to live and work in and enjoy, because that's the ultimate purpose. So I just wanted to say two things. First of all, one of the reasons I'm really happy to be able to just say these few words to you is to remind you, if you haven't heard, and I hope many of you have, that at the Trade Association Forum event, one of those wonderful things where you go along if you think you're going to win a prize, and if you don't, they're, casually indifferent. But if you do, they're wonderful. I should tell you, I'm very proud to say that ITS UK, under Max and the team, won Best Association Transformation Award. And I think, there he is, the team are in the room. Give them a hand for that. I'm really, really proud of where ITS has come over the last few years. It's a wonderfully energetic organisation, as all of you who are members here, and I imagine virtually all of you are, will have appreciated. It's nice to be able to give some credit to Max and his team, because they have between them done an absolutely terrific job. And I hope you will all have enjoyed today It's been, I think, just typical. Some really good, interesting innovations coming out, some great ideas. I think Neil's last session showing the enormous willingness to cooperate, not to fight each other, but to come together to try and find solutions. Is a fantastic part of what makes ITS UK, but part of ITS, the World Congress, so important. And I was very much involved in the two, you can't tell when people are very old because they go back decades. But in 2006, we had the World Congress here in London. And it was a fabulous event. It really was good. People who came from abroad, maybe many of them who had never been to London before, absolutely loved London. And we laid something on for them to let them see the sights, if you like. Birmingham's going to do the same, and it's going to do it brilliantly. I have no doubt about that. But what's great about it is it brings the entire ITS world together to actually talk about the problems, which almost uniquely, when you think of the challenges there are in the first world, the second world, the third world, the East, the West, the democratic world and the autocratic world, there are very few issues in our lives where we can all come together across the entire globe and think about just finding practical solutions. And the ITS World Congress in 2027 will be one of those opportunities. So it's been a great day. I just want to thank again our sponsors. They're there for you, but AWS, MOTS, and the Mosaic team, who I think we're very much indebted to, and of course, our Google friends, Google Cloud, who've been proud sponsors of ITS UK for some time. Hope you've all had a great day. Hope we'll see you all here tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you.